Thank you for using Tax 990 as an authorized e-file provider to assist you in filing your 990 series forms. Today, we're just going to briefly talk about how to complete the balance sheet using our form-based filing format on your 990 PF. You'll start by adding your assets in the assets category of the balance sheet in lines 1 through line 15. We're going to go ahead and add our values here. For our assets, you will provide your information for beginning of year book value, end of year book value, and fair market value. The information you input on lines 1 through 15 will generate on line 16 and calculate all of the categories. You'll then complete the liabilities section if you have liabilities to report. Again, you'll add your information for the beginning of year and the end of year book values in your liabilities section between line 17 and line 22. Your total liabilities from all of those categories will calculate on line 23. When you move down to your net asset and fund balance section, you'll need to choose whether your organization follows FASB ASC 958 or does not follow FASB ASC 958 and check the box accordingly. Now, if you have liabilities, then you're going to take the difference between your total assets and total liabilities and record that in the sections of net assets and fund balances that generate when you choose a box. You see these two options, we choose a box and these open up. So we'll take the difference between our assets and liabilities and input that value in our net assets and fund balances. What we want is for our total liabilities and net assets to match our total assets. If you do not have liabilities to report, then you would just enter your total assets in this section. You would pull your values from line 16, beginning and ending, down to your net assets and fund balances. Moving on, we would complete analysis of changes in net assets or fund balances. Our goal would be to have part 3, line 6, match Part 2, line 29B, which are these values here. Now these lines are going to auto-calculate from other areas of the return. For example, your total net assets of fund balances at the beginning of year, Part 2, column A, line 29, of $40,781. Here we're going to enter the amount from Part 1, line 27A. These are automatically pulled down into these sections and you cannot change these numbers. So to get this value to match this value, we would update these answers. We can use the green plus signs to input additional information. Now as we scroll through, we'll see the errors are all resolved and our balance sheet balances out appropriately. If you have any questions on your balance sheet, please call our support team or you can send us an email or join us on chat. We are happy to help, but please keep in mind we cannot provide direct tax advice or direction on how to specifically report your organization's information or the categories your finances fall into. But please give us a call if you have errors and have questions on how to resolve those.